Hi family, I just finished this new flow. It's about coming into the light as we explore and dive into the deep depths of our darkness, our traumas, our past fears, our deep emotions that we're dealing with. And instead of falling away from them, but going within and going within with a sense of trust and security that there is this bright light amongst all of that. So this is an intense flow. We will definitely get some sweat going and some heat in the body. This is an intermediate to advanced flow. We'll get into some arm balances as well. Enjoy. If you have any questions, always ask. Starting into just a cross-legged seated position, and we'll just do some rolls with our torso and make them really exaggerated. So exhaling as you rock back, moving to one side, and inhaling as you boom the heart forward, and then rotating to the other side. So a few breaths like that, exhaling as you rock back. Inhale, expanding out, and remembering to still lengthen out through the crown of the head, even as you make these rotations, so that you feel the whole torso growing longer. And we're just getting some movement into our hips and our lower back and through our spine. And then go ahead in the other direction, inhaling, rocking forward, exhaling, shifting back. And then come back just to rest in the center. Tapping into the inhale as it bubbles through the body. And exhale, rinsing the breath through. Just finding this inner stillness between those movements. And then we'll roll over onto our hands and knees, stacking shoulders over the wrists, tips over the knees, spread the fingers wide, curl the toes under. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulders back, open throat for a cow. Exhaling, come to the tops of the feet, tuck tailbone under, chin into chest. Moving through those two motions, curling toes under, lifting the tailbone, shoulders back, open heart. And exhale, coming to the tops of the feet, tailbone tucks under, let the head sink down. And take those movements fluid or as slow as you'd like or as quick as feels good, but making sure you're feeling each inch of the movement. So in today's practice, we'll be focusing on diving into those places of uncomfortability, of darkness, of those deep depths within us. And instead of hiding and shying away, going into it and seeking out the light. Remembering that we find the light in the immersion of those depths of our being. And so that includes all those things that we're have to face. The traumas, past experiences, our emotions, our thought patterns, whatever it is that's layered within us. We have to move through that, just like we move through those places of joy and of peace. We can move through those places with a sense of security, of trust, that there is that deep, bright light within it all. And come back to a neutral position, curl the toes under, lift the hips and sink back. So as we move to the flow, it'll be fluid, but some points might be pretty intense, and it'll remind us that even through the intensity, we can move through it with a sense of security, of trust, of instead of shying away, we dive deeper in, trusting that there is light that will shine like the stars on a dark night. When there's no moon, when it's just darkness, the stars still shine. And so we're finding those inner stars within. Take any movements here in downward dog that feel good. Maybe shaking the hips side to side. Now activating through your ujjayi, inhale and exhale. And grip through the palms now, find stillness, lift out of the shoulders. Internally rotate the thighs up towards the sky. So it's that our femurs can sink into the hip socket properly and allow the heels to sink down. They might not touch, but maybe they do. Wrap the shoulder blades forward so the heart is not sagging towards the earth, but you're lifted, buoyant out of the shoulders. Knit the ribs in just slightly. Take another inhale. Lift the heels, gaze forward between the thumbs, and shift just slightly forward so the shoulders are over the wrist. If you're in a shorter downward dog, you're not going to be quite in a plank pose, but your hips will still be lifted. So keep the hips lifted, but just shoulders over the wrist. And then gaze behind you, press back, allow the heels to sink back on down. Straighten out through the upper back, shoulders pressing back. Another inhale, lift the heels, shift forward, and you're really lifting, elevating away from the earth. And this time try to draw your heart space a little bit more forward, but still allowing the tailbone to lift up, creating strength through our forearms here, gripping through the fingertips, firing up to the legs. Another inhale here. Lengthen out through the crown. And then exhale, slight bend in the elbows and the knees. Sink back, hips back. Straighten out the arms. And then straighten out the legs. So we're really firing up through all of the muscles in the body, beginning to warm up, especially our hands and wrists. And getting into just slight micro movements of our body. Inhale, lift the heels, gaze forward, shift shoulders, stacking them over the wrist. Again, lift the tailbone a little bit higher and feel the quadriceps firing up as you internally rotate the thighs. Hold here. Now inhale, elongate through the spine, allowing the crown of the head to reach forward, grip to the fingertips. Let the body feel the heat. Another inhale here. And then as you exhale, bend the elbows and the knees. Shift the hips back as you straighten the arms. And then straighten the legs last. Great. Inhale now, shift forward all the way to plank. You might have to walk yourself out a little bit. Shoulders over the wrist. Heels over the balls of the feet. Steady ujjayi. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, shift forward, shoulders past the fingertips. Exhale, lower down, slow motion, chaturanga, all the way to the earth. Once you're to the earth, tops of the feet to the ground. Draw the arms behind you, interlacing the fingers just so we can open up through the shoulders. Have a slight micro bend in the elbows. Lift the fist off the body. Again, slight micro bend in the elbows. Glue the toes to the earth, tops of the feet to the ground. Take an inhale and just rise up about 50%. So not forcing all of your pressure up, but just about halfway so that you can steady through the breath and steady through your heart rate. Feel the back of the neck growing long, reaching out through the crown of the head. Shoulders rolling back. Another inhale to puff up the heart. Now move about 75% lifted. And then exhale, melt all the way down. Place the hands back underneath towards the ground, so forearms to the earth. Elbows will be underneath the shoulders. Allowing the heart space to expand open, fire up to the quadriceps. Draw the arms towards the feet as the heart extends forward. And again, lengthen through the back of the neck. Tuck the chin in just slightly and feel the crown of the head like a string being drawn up towards the sun. Take another inhale here. Exhale, maybe you can press through the hands, lift the elbows off just about an inch or two, and then traction the hands closer towards the feet. If this is already too much, lower the elbows down. If you'd like to go deeper, go ahead, straighten the arms or moving towards straight and relax the shoulders down. Whole spine activated. Try to press the pinky toes down towards the ground so you spread wide through your lower back. Another inhale, heart puffs forward, and then exhale, soften all the way down. Place the hands by your side, one cheek to the ground, and just shift the hips side to side. And let's rise back up through tabletop. Or just charge the legs and press through plank. And let's all meet downward facing dog. Paddle out here, take any movements that feel good or intuitive. Good. Inhale, come back, plank pose. Shoulders over the wrist, heels over the balls of the feet. Shift the heels back and then allow the feet to rotate over towards the right side. You can plant the left foot to the top of the right, or left foot can come in front of the right. Have a slight bend in the knees and then reach the left arm up to the sky. Your shoulder should be a little bit away, almost at an angle of the right wrist. So it's not stacked on top of the right wrist, but it's a little bit before it. And still have a bend in the knees. Once you feel steady in this with your left shoulder stacked over the right, then maybe you can straighten out through the legs a little bit more. Draw the right shoulder blade down the back. Feel an activation to the right side of your waist and feel a lift through your left hip. Another inhale. And then exhale, sweep the left arm forward towards the top of the mat. And imagine your left hand scooping down towards the earth so you make a C shape with the left side of your body. Grip through the fingertips to support. Inhale, breathing through the density you're feeling. Exhale like a soft breathe, cleansing through it. One more inhale. Exhale, soften left hand back to the earth. Sink back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Exhale, sink the heels back. Rotate hips over towards the left. Have a slight bend in the knees so you can set up. Either right foot comes in front or right foot stacks on top of the left. Once you're in a settled place, reach the right arm up and begin to straighten out through the legs. Good. Drawing the left shoulder blade down the back, feeling this cinching in to the left side waist, and flex the right foot. Imagine drawing your pinky toe closer towards the knee as you flex that side of your foot as well. Inhale, lift a little bit higher to the right side waist and reach the right arm to the front of the room. Inhale to get long. And as you exhale, create a C shape to the right side of the body as if you're scooping towards the earth. Inhale. And exhale, soften out of it. Back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale this time, just release the knees, extend the arms out in front of you, coming to puppy press. So come to tented fingertips, hips will lift high, and then the heart begins to sink down. So we're charging through the arms so that the heart has space to soften towards the earth. Your forehead might come down, but maybe you can go a little bit deeper where the chin comes to the earth. Breathing here. Rising your way back up, lock the hands on back. Inhale, shift forward onto the knees. Exhale, slow motion chaturanga all the way to the ground. Again, interlacing your hands behind the body. This time switch the interlacing so the way that feels a little bit more awkward, not so natural. And then lift the fists off the body, press the toes into the earth, tops the feet to the ground, slight bend in the elbows, shoulders roll back. When you're ready, inhale, rise up about 70% of your effort. Hold here. Slingshot the heart forward with an in-breath. Exhale, sustain. But continue to allow the chin to tuck in just slightly. Crown the head to lift towards the sky. One more inhale. And exhale, soften on down. Place the forearms back to the earth. Earth Sphinx pose. And go ahead, bend just the right knee. Lifting the heart on up. With the right knee bent, maybe lift the elbows off about an inch, or maybe the arms straighten out. Traction the hands back as the heart lifts forward. And then soften back down. Switch. Right leg down. Left leg draws in. Left knee bent. And try to really draw the heel in towards the sit bone. From there, stay or lift the elbows, either arms straight or just about an inch or two. Keep activating to the right quadricep, extending the right leg out, but bending the left knee in deeper. This is too much for your lower back. Just lower the elbows down. One more inhale. And exhale, soften down. Okay. Let's separate the feet a little bit wider. Bend the knees so that the toes touch. Holding here. And again, maybe you just lift up about an inch. Maybe the arms straighten. From there, maybe you can walk the hands a little bit closer, but still allowing the pubic bone to sink to the earth. So you're not lifting onto the knees. The pubic bone is grounding you, so we're not dumping through the lower back. Allow the heart to reach forward. Soften the shoulder blades down the back. Let the heart bloom open, and maybe you can draw the toes in a little bit closer. Maybe allowing the head to sink back. Release out slow, legs soften, heart softens. Curl the toes under, inhale through tabletop, exhale sink back, child's pose. Shake out to the hips a little bit, allow the head to become soft. And just going again straight into the sensations of all of that. All of the densities, all those deep layers of our being. And instead of being halted by them or seeing them as a barrier. See them as an ocean to dive into. Nothing to fear. A way to grow, expand, awaken into ourself. Oftentimes we want to take the path that is the sweetest, the gentlest. Remembering that sometimes we have to overcome those sticky, dense, dark pieces of ourselves. Remembering that's nothing to run away from, but all the more to welcome in. Because in those darkest places is the brightest light. Inhale, rise back up to tabletop. Curl the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. Good. All right. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Hips are level just to start. Allow the tailbone to tuck under just slightly. Inhale, get long through the heel. Exhale, roll forward, draw the knee in towards the nose. Squeeze, knee in, and then release the right foot back down. Step the left foot back enough so the hips are low and reach the right arm up towards the sky. Spiral open, but plugging the right thigh bone into the hip socket. Allow the rib cage to expand up towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the right hand back down to the ground. Straighten out to the right leg. We'll walk the right leg over towards the side just a little bit. So hands are on the inside. Inhale, heart space gets long. Exhale, fold down. Imagine your shoulder releasing towards the inside of the right leg. Inhale, shift forward like you're going to spring. Exhale, soften down. Again, inhale. And exhale. Ujjayi, inhale. This time, exhale, flex the right foot, sink all the way back. Now you're in a pretty wide stance. The back heel might touch the ground. It probably won't, depending on the stance. But maybe you can get the elbows down. This takes a lot of flexibility in the hamstring, not forcing it. Maybe you're just on the hands. That's okay. Be there. Inhale, shift back forward onto the right foot. Reach the right arm back up towards the sky. Heel open. Noticing the difference within the right leg. From here, pivot onto the feet so the right toes point away from you. And you're going to walk the right foot down the edge of the mat. Come on to the pinky toe side of the back foot, so you're on the knife edge side. Lift the right hip, reach the right arm towards the front of the room. So now a sideways stretch through the whole right side and opening up through our right hip. Inhale, get long here. Exhale, sustain. Grip through the left hand. Lift a little bit more out of the legs. Another inhale. And as you exhale, lift back up. Have a slight bend in the right elbow. And then rise the right leg behind you. Up towards the sky. Try to hold hovering and draw the right knee in towards the right elbow. Hold here, and then inhale, grow long. Exhale, squeeze in. If you fall out of it, that's okay. Try to come back in, or just hold side plank. Inhale, extend out long. And then exhale, draw it back in. Inhale, this time extend the leg out long in front of you. Try to hold on to the foot, and then step it back to the front of the mat. Come to a low lunge. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Exhale, this time chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing. Exhale back, downward facing dog. So again, even if that was tricky, just moving through it with this peace of mind. Moving through those densities, stickiness, not letting it rough you up, so to speak. Other side, inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Hips are level, lift higher out to the heel. Take one more inhale, and then exhale, draw left knee in towards nose, squeeze in. Release, left leg back to the earth. Step the right foot towards the back of the mat, deep low lunge. Still fired up to the back quadricep, reach the left arm up to the sky. Twisting through the rib cage here and engaging through the right quadricep. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist open. One more breath in, and then your out breath will lead left arm to reach towards the front of the mat and then soften all the way down to the ground. Walk the left foot towards the outer edge of the mat and then straighten out to the left leg. Allow the hips to still be squared towards the front of the mat. Hands are on the inside of the left foot. So as we inhale, lift the back heel, heart reaches forward. Exhale, sink back heel down, and then fold towards the inside of the left leg. A couple times like that, your own pace. Inhale, moving forward, and exhale, sinking back. On your last exhale, you're gonna hold here, and maybe you can flex the left foot and now sink maybe a little bit deeper where the forearms release towards the earth. Now I know that's a pretty intense stretch, so don't force it. Have a slight micro bend in the left knee so you're not blowing out the knee socket. And if this is too much, just stay onto the hands. Inhale, come back forward, low lunge. Reach the left arm up to the sky, twisting open. Noticing how this pose feels now after the hamstrings are buzzing with electricity, with prana now rushing through them. Pivot onto the feet, so left toes point away. Come onto the pinky toe side of the back foot. Walk the left foot in enough so it's towards the center of the mat, and so you're protecting the left knee. Now you're drawing the feet in towards each other so you're not sinking into the hips, you're not sagging the legs. Your legs are super activated. Reach up through the left arm and then reach the left arm towards the front of the room. Create that C shape through the left side of the body. Opening through the left shoulder, primarily through the left hip. Now you're going to have to walk the back foot in just a little bit and almost bend the right knee so the pad of the right foot suctions a little bit more towards the earth so that you're grounded here. Then from there, take it into a side plank pose with the left leg lifted. Draw left knee, left elbow together. Exhale. Inhale, extend out long. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, long. Exhale, in. Inhale, long. Exhale, squeeze in. This time, extend the left leg straight, hold onto the outer edge of the foot, and draw the left foot towards the top of the mat. Inhale, take it back, plank pose. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhale through upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Release the knees to the ground. Shake out the wrist just a little bit. Maybe come to the tops of the hands. You can make fists with the hands. Maybe draw the hands away from you. Fingers away. Okay. And sit back, child's pose. Take a strong ocean breath through the body before we move into the last sequence of this practice that will be a accumulation of all of the movements we've done, all the warming. But also remembering that if it's challenging or we bring up certain emotions or layers, to go into them with trust, without that self-banter, but just riding the waves of our experience, trusting in the inner spark that's waiting to explode. Inhale, rise back up to tabletop. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise the right leg up to the sky. Open the hip, stacking the right hip on top of the left. Exhale, roll forward, draw right knee in towards right armpit. Inhale, extend back, three-legged. Exhale, roll forward, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, roll forward, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend back, three-legged. Exhale, step right foot forward between the hands. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, twisting open. Draw right thigh in towards the rib cage. Press into the big toe mounds of both your feet. Inhale, grow the spine long. Exhale, twist open. Take an inhale, reach the right arm behind you, rise up to this twisted crescent lunge. Exhale, settle here, twist deeper. Inhale, gaze forward, reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, right arm scoops forward, rise. Exhale, twisting open. Last time, inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart space. Walk the back foot in a couple more inches. Find your gaze forward, and you're going to press into warrior three on the right leg. Either keep the hands lifted or hands to the ground. Rotate the inner left thigh up towards the sky. Flexing either through the toes or through the left foot, engaging through the whole left leg. Stack left hip on top of the right, reaching the left arm up towards the sky, stacking the left shoulder on top of the right. Coming into half moon pose. And in half moon, you're really drawing the left foot towards the back wall and elongating the spine out. So get long through the right side of the waist as well. Try to rotate the heart up towards the sky and maybe finding balance, bringing right hand towards the heart. One more breath in here. And exhale, bend right knee, step left foot to the back of the mat, come into warrior two. Right arm out, left arm behind. Tuck the tailbone under, lengthen through the crown of the head. Deep bend in the right knee, so the right thigh is parallel to the earth. Or imagine it getting there. Steady the heartbeat. Send any density, any places that are being dug up, settle them into the soil of Mother Earth, trusting in her power to transmute, to release. Take one more inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, sweep back to reverse warrior, open up the whole right side of the waist. And then exhale, come to Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle, forearm to thigh, reach the hand forward and towards the front. One long straight line through the left hand all the way to the left foot. If you'd like, reach the right hand down towards the ground on the inside of the right foot and come to a half bind, left arm towards lower back. Keep the rib cage open as you draw the right shoulder towards the inside of the knee. Right arm comes underneath the thigh. Right hand holds onto the left wrist. Allow the arms to extend away, straightening the arms, and then press left shoulder on top of right. Keep drawing the feet in towards each other. Release out of that, hands come back to the earth. Pivot onto the ball of the left foot and separate the feet so they're hips distance. Hands are now on the inside of the legs. Next, we're going to move into an arm balance. We'll set up in that way. You don't have to go fully into it. Draw the right shoulder to the inside or underneath the right knee. Right arm extends out towards the side. Left hand planted down. So Ekapada Kunanyasana. The thigh will be resting to the top of the right arm, and the right leg extends out. Once the right leg extends out, shift forward. Left leg might lift off. And allow the heart space to shine forward, floating. One more inhale. And release, left foot back, plant right foot back down. Come to a low lunge, reach the right arm up to the sky. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, spiral open, and walk the right foot down the mat. Puff up to the right side waist, reach the right hand forward. Inhale to get long. As you exhale, draw right knee, right elbow. Inhale, get long. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. This time as you exhale, bend the right knee, but step it behind you. Come into wild thing. Lift the hips, open the heart, reach the right hand back. Exhale, come back to center and extend the right leg straight in front of you. You can either hold on to the right foot or just step the right foot forward without the hand. Woo. Inhale back, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Shake all that out. And let's do the other side. Okay, inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, roll forward, left knee, left armpit. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, roll forward, draw the knee to the nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, roll forward, draw the knee to the right armpit. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, step left foot forward between the hands. Inhale, lift left arm up to the sky, opening up. Drawing the right shoulder blade down the back for support and magnetizing left thigh in towards the waist. Fire up to the back quadricep, reach the left arm behind you, ground through both your feet, draw the feet in towards each other as you rise, twisted crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and gaze forward, hips level. Keep the levelness of your hips, but exhale, twist to the rib cage. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, twist open. Last time. Inhale, gaze forward, rise. Exhale, hands to heart space. Bend through the back knee. Inhale, press, warrior three. Rotating the inner right thigh up towards the sky, flexing the right foot. Have a slight micro bend in the left knee, so you're supporting the leg And either keep the hands to the heart or you can lower the fingertips down. Continue to allow the spine to lengthen forward and back heel reaching back. Lift out of the left hip. We'll move to a half moon. So place the hands down if they're not there and then stack the right hip on top of the left. Flexing the back foot. Reach now the right arm up to the sky as you stack the right shoulder on top of the left. From there, maybe the hand finds the heart space. One more breath in. And then exhale to bend the left knee and slowly step the right foot back. Maybe a little bit more gracefully than myself. Extend the arms out to the side. Adjust yourself as needed. Stacking left knee on top of left ankle. Magnetize the feet towards each other. Tailbone tucks under, spine up. Knit the ribs in. Steady the breath in. And steady the breath out. Your gaze is infinite past the middle finger of the front hand. Focusing, concentration, deep concentration on diving within. Inhale, sweep back to reverse warrior. Lightly touch the back leg, but expand to the left side waist. Exhale, left forearm to thigh. Reach the right hand to the front of the room. Inhale, getting long to the right side waist. Exhale, spiral open. Go ahead, take it deeper. Left hand down to the inside of the left knee or left foot. Your left shoulder is on the inside left knee. You can take your right hand to a half bind. Now you're still stacking right hip on top of left. Almost. It's this drawing back of your right hip and the right shoulder opens. From there you can take it to a full bind, left arm underneath. Your left hand now holds onto the right wrist or fingertips just touch. Press the arms away and open up. One more breath in. And then release out of it on an exhale. Pivot back to centering the hips or squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Now in this low lunge position. So take into our arm balance, Ekapada Kundinasana. So one-legged pose dedicated to the sage Kundinya. So draw your left arm underneath the left leg. So you want the left shoulder underneath your knee. Your left top of your arm, your tricep, is going to be pressing into the underneath of your leg. So your hamstrings. From there, left leg lift up, left leg extends out, right leg lifts off as you shift forward. Releasing back foot down and step the left foot back down into a low lunge position. So in those poses, it can be helpful as you're getting started to tuck the right arm underneath the waist as you rise into it like this, so you have that extra support. Eventually the right arm will come out. Okay. From here, let's dip it back. Oop. Last part. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Now pivot onto the sides of the feet. Walk the left foot in enough. Squeeze the feet towards each other. Lift up to the left side waist. Reach the left arm to the front of the room. Deep sideways stretch. Inhale, draw left elbow to left knee. Hold, exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale long. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, now extend the left leg straight. Either use your left hand or just step the left foot all the way to the front of the mat. Inhale, back plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Allow the knees to sit down wide, toes touch. Sit back, child's pose. Come through tabletop. Swing the legs over towards one side. Extend the legs out. And now you can lower down into Shavasana. Final relaxation. So just allow the feet to extend out, your arms to rest, palms facing up. Kind of shimmy yourself a little bit so that you're shimmying, just like you're getting all of the sensations of the practice to meld into one soup. And then you're just going to soften it all down. Feel the sparkling sensations of prana pulsating through your body, and that's the light. Let yourself be immersed in that light as it explores and awakens, releases those places of darkness, of dis-ease in the body, and dive in. Stay here for as long as you need, until you feel ready, complete. And then you'll slowly rise up, giving yourself the space as you come back into this life, this fun reality, giving yourself the space to fully integrate the experience of this practice. So I will leave you here. Namaste. Have a beautiful day or evening.